So, shall we get to the game proper?
Yes. Remove banter mode.
Removing the banter from the modes.
Banter and the mode. It's got ice cream on top.
Ba 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 ba. Oh, wrong team.
Wrong universe?
Wrong star. Yes.
Wrong galaxy, I should say. Wrong galaxy.
Yeah.
In a galaxy not so far away and not so long time ago.
Yeah.
It was in the mid-90s when I had my very own TV show. Well, anyway, back in the 90s, a group of intrepid adventurers working for profit and the betterment of mankind, or one more than the other, have spent some time since saving the world from impending invasion by an alien species, or an alien power, at the least, with mostly human servants. And they have wandered back into the folds of the Stargate Corporation, whereupon they are greeted by Dr. Carter, Dr. McKay, and the executive officer, Mr. Hammond, sitting on one side of the table, and you on the other side of the long table. You have been in the room for several minutes, and
we learned our lesson, by the way. We're all kitted up in going into the room in case there's another invasion.
You notice that also the doctors seem to be wearing bulletproof vests underneath their armor.
Wait. You mean vests, not West.
Yes.
Yes, bulletproof vests.
Bulletproof Wests? How do you bulletproof the West?
You know, just like the bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are wearing bulletproof vests because there are several of them.
They're on the western side of the room. Okay, I get it.
Yes.
Moving on.
And where was I? Damn it.
They're on the other side of the
Introductions
table.
before you were in
We broke
across
Wooster.
of us, Hammond.
So,
He's moving his hair back now.
Yeah, he has to collect himself.
His hair is in the way of his mind.
what was your company name again?
Not the A team.
No.
The B
Yeah,
team?
no, the
Team Alpha. What's wrong with the Alpha team? Or Alpha 1, where the company's called Alpha 1.
A1. Okay.
Rogue
A1
One.
source, eh?
That would be a mistake.
Welcome back, Alpha 1. In your absence, we have discovered some distressing news. Well, I'm sure you were aware already. Your friend Duncan has been most helpful. We have surmised that the aliens are planning on the invasion, and they are gathering the fleet as we speak. However, we do not know when the fleet is due to arrive to Earth. We do not know if they have even left yet. We have done some reconnaissance, However, nothing of solid value has been acquired. We estimate that they should arrive within the year. Worst case scenario, within 2 months. However, we do not know how to stop them. So we need all available hands to figure out a way to end this. We surmise that one option would be to try and contact the entity called known as Ra, to perhaps have him end the hostilities between us and Anubis.
I have to ask a question. Has the mark come off John's head in the last 3 weeks, or is it still there?
I'm sure
That
there's been
sharpie
very-
last for over 3 weeks.
There's been a lot of acetone applied.
Ah, okay.
Because you're using the wrong stuff. Nail polish remover removes it from skin.
Yeah, that's acetone.
Hello,
It's the-
Zalchi Shoki.
It's the
Hey,
Gordon
Nilla.
Green.
Oh, it was.
Oh, there's
It's
Nilla!
it's Nilla. Yes. Hi, Nilla.
Howdy.
Salty
Yes.
chocolate.
Yes, our handsome American is always impressed when a lady enters the room.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Either way, yes.
So we could talk to Rob.
The other option is we talk to the inhabitants of the world where you found the elephant monstrosity. We have decided to call this planet the Indra. They have never heard of a sun god Ra. So we assume they fall to different pantheon, which would suggest that they fall under different power than those represented by Egyptian gods. So perhaps there's an ally over there. We have determined to send one team to look for Ra, and one team to go back to the Indra and find clues whether we can find the other power. The question is, which task would you prefer? Since you were instrumental in saving me, I will give you the choice.
I would suggest Indra for 2 reasons. One, we've been there before, and whatever other group you are thinking of moving probably hasn't. And the other is, I think whoever you send after Ra is cooked.
Yeah, that dude's a dick. And like,
Ra
we kicked his
cooked?
son's
Okay.
butt, and like, he's
Yeah.
like,
We kind of pissed
totally
off
not.
his son. No, sorry, no, we didn't piss off his son. We pissed off his flunkey's son.
Yes. According to the reports you gave, you defeated Anubis and Anubis' son. We have yet to encounter Ra's followers, though they may take it ill that you would pretend to be Ra's emissaries. However, we discovered some of the cartouches you found earlier. They seem to possess the symbol of Ra, so we assume one of those coordinates would lead to dominion of Ra, and therefore to him. So we have some clues. However, we have yet to act on this information. We have been solidifying things. We were planning on sending the first mission in about a week, but we did not. Either way. So I leave it up to you which of these tasks you wish to pursue. We don't have many leads regarding the Indra pantheon. As we like to call it, the Hindu pantheons, and there's a correlation between those two.
so like, we could go over and above Anubis' head and straight to Ra and be like, yo, we're cool and chill while you're coming after us and stuff. Stop it. Or we can go to the Hindu people and like, yo, does your god like want to help stop Ra and stuff?
Exactly.
But that's so quaintly. I mean, precisely. Where's the real Doug?
My concern here is if these individuals see themselves as gods, what is going to be the payment for them to interfere in a conflict?
Well, that's their problem. And we'll find out, but first we gotta find them and stuff.
True. True.
The important part is to open negotiation windows before we are taken over by Anubis' forces.
As long as they don't just answer dog.
Like, Dan, how
Yes, Zog, no. 1.5 reference, sorry.
we had a pretty good time. Doug, you had like a pretty good time talking Hindu, right?
Yeah,
What about like they've been doing all right catching what their lingo is? The Egyptian, old Egyptian.
yeah, I figured out both languages, yeah.
All right, just double checking. Well, I for one am not scared of this raw dude, and that's fine with me. Let's go that way if we need to. But I'm very intrigued about. I could go either way on this. I'm gonna leave the. I like what you're trying to say, Dan. Let's go talk to him. Mac, what you guys say about this? Sorry, Mr. Hammond. We're like a group think, you know. We all get a little piece of the input.
Well, I will leave you with the doctors here. You will let me know when you have made up your mind. They will answer any questions you have. Thank you for your time. Takes his papers.
Nice seeing you again, sir.
And he leaves for his private office, leaving you in the conference room overseeing the Stargate, which, which, as you now notice, has not played up even once during this entire conversation. There has been a silence in the air.
Maybe either a good silence or a bad silence.
How long
Not
since
seeing
the
an
last
invaded
attack?
silence.
How long since the last intrusion attempt?
The last intrusion attempt was about 2 days since you arrived. It's been quiet for the last 2.5 weeks.
Wow. Worrisome.
Mac is just gonna look at the rest of them and he just goes, and he's just saying, right, talking about Indra and what we found there, how much of that elephant looked advanced beyond what we are able to do in certain regards?
Well, I'll take over. McKay steps in. Yes, as far as we recognize, the construction materials were not that unusual, with the exception of using these red crystals to create some sort of energy. Unfortunately, those were mostly depleted by the time you found it. So, but the weapon technology they had was definitely beyond us. The rest of it, not so much. There was some computer systems which I would determine to be higher capacity than ours, but we were not able to figure those out. So, but with the help of Duncan, we have been able to integrate them into, for example, his new holographic headset. Pointing at the one who bought it, was it Dan? Which one of you bought the headset? The HUD?
Oh, Doug.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you
No,
have
we
it too?
both did. Yeah.
Yeah. Your headsets use portions of that technology.
Mine's integrated into the glasses. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. What was Duncan's impression?
Duncan was surprised because while the technology was at about his level, it was not in a style he had seen before.
It's still. Because I'm wondering, could it be the same race, but just a slight, just like how we have different cultures on our planet, Or is that a completely different race?
Yeah, well, that's a good guess. It might be a game of Civilization where they're just playing these roles. You know, one side versus the other. Who knows?
Did
Well,
you-
like,
Go ahead.
You were saying?
Okay.
Don't keep me holding.
I was gonna say that speaking of civilizations, it's not like the Indra.
Indra.
I mean, Indra. It's not like we didn't piss them off, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, there's also the point that the locals were calling a machine a god, while in the pantheon of the Egyptian gods, they are actually, as far as I understand, living creatures with sons and daughters. At least according to Duncan, he has seen several sons and daughters, but he has actually never seen Anubis himself.
Spontaneous creation.
Jaelle, you've been awfully quiet. What's your thoughts?
There's really nothing for me to comment to right now because you guys are all bringing up the good ideas.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to comment unless I really need to at this point.
You can say a bad idea. Feel free.
It's only bad. The idea is only bad if it doesn't work.
Well,
True.
it sounds to me like it's not a very. It sounds to me like we should probably just go over to Indira, check it out, look for more help. I mean, obviously there's more to discover. Dan,
Question. Dr. McKay or Parker, either one. Did you guys figure out how the hand stunning torture device worked?
Oh, that device. We studied it, but we could not find what triggers it. We found that the gem is some sort of amplification device, but it is not the same gem used to power all the items of the staff weapons and also it's not the same type of radioactive crystal. No. Duncan says according to Duncan, it is divine magic that hunts it, and as far as I know, it might be some sort of an advanced technology these god pretenders are using that is amplified by this one.
I do have one good question. Have we pulled all of our Egyptian lore on all of the gods?
We do have access to an extensive stockpile of information. You may use this fancy new Dell computer to access this site. We created it just for this purpose. It is called, you go to www.wikipedia.org.
So we were talking about bulletproof vests, and now it's Wikipedia. Okay. I got it all figured out now.
Yeah. We've gathered everything on that site, and we have actually masked it as an open source project to get other people to freely contribute their information to it.
How sneaky.
Then there is various information on that site, including a fictitious repertoire of our operation, giving us plausible deniability.
And I'm assuming the Hindu gods are on the same website under a different category, right?
Indeed. Everything we have from our own world is added to it. So far, there might be more in the future, but who knows?
Well, you know, it's not that I'm not a fan of going back to Raw and, you know, meeting up with Anubis and all that and dealing with some more of that hand stuff. But I say we go back to, you know, talk to Indra and check it all out.
You keep saying Indira.
Yeah, Indra.
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 I need to write better. I have terrible handwriting.
No, one eye. There's one eye.
I have terrible handwriting and I have.
Yeah,
because it's
We can't see
India.
it.
So Indra.
Yeah.
It's
I
Indian
fixed
Indra. So Indira.
Indrian.
I don't
That's
even
what-
try
it's-
attempt to say it.
That's one of the oceans, right? The Indrian Ocean.
That's the Indian Ocean.
Indiran Ocean. Yes.
Indra.
it. Indra.
What does Iran got to do with this then? Never mind.
I mean, yeah, we only went in one direction. We came across that. There might be other things there that might give us a better idea.
Yes. We have
Damn, I didn't keep the
established.
map.
We have established a small outpost in the intra world, and we are currently trading with them for their pieces of their old for their relics, particularly the ones with technological value. So perhaps the local contact person can tell you more about it.
What are we trading to them?
Mostly food and construction supplies, tools mainly.
But like our main goal is to like we're obviously needing to find more contact whoever they are to that help us out, right?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I think this decision's made then. Indra it is. We'll
Okay.
prepare our things.
Shall I inform Hammond?
yes.
All right, we'll be sending you to Indra. We estimate we do have a delivery due tomorrow, so see you here at 800 hours.
Okay. Get prepped.
800 hours. That's how many weeks?
800 hours is 8 a.m.
Yep.
As long as it's 800 hours before 8 o'clock in the morning, then it's 8 o'clock in 800 hours.
Yeah.
I broke Wooster again.
He's not just broken Wooster. You're trying to break the entire party here.
Well, 800 hours. If it's by work hours, that's about 20 work days.
Invasion this year.
That's 100 days, yes. Work days. That's 20 weeks. Okay. They want us back here. Well, the trading we can get done. All right. Tomorrow morning then.
Let's
Good time.
get some
Oh.
supplies. 5K.
Supplies. Some fries.
Supplies.
We're gonna get some
Some
unexpected
fries.
supplies.
Unexpected supplies. Yeah.
Oh, we have to determine how much money we're bringing with us again.
Yep.
That would be over here, and then inventory, and
I'm thinking 5K.
can't think of what we're gonna need, but I'm gonna bring 2,100.
I'll just bring a 1,000k worth of supplies myself.
1,000K?
Sorry, not 1,000. 1,000.
1 million.
Sorry, 1,000. Sorry, I'm not thinking today. Clearly.
Field medical kit, 500 at least. All right, cool.
There, I put my number in the.
Oh yeah, good idea. Let's do that.
Into is it Discord we're putting that into?
No.
Yeah, just straight into the.
Oh, all right.
nothing is. On what chat are we putting this on?
Into the game chat.
The
Roll
roll
20.
20.
Okay, because nothing's coming up except our rolls on my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Now everything's loading up.
There you go. All right. Now we're on the same page. We are on diplomatic. No, that's not how it was. Diplomatic mission. How was that?
Our diplomatic mission, yes.
It's a diplomatic.
Yeah, it's definitely diplomatic.
Oh, it's a good thing I upgrade. It's a good thing I raised my. Bought some blings.
Blings?
Bling. Upped my fashion sense. Raised my charisma. Social status.
Okay.
All right. So
Mine's still 6.
you find yourselves in the embarkation room with a load of supplies. According to your calculations on the various wheeled vehicles next to you, there's tons of supplies in crates being pushed through the Stargate, and more being lowered down from the elevator leading up high. It's the room is so high you would assume it's one of those missile silos from the Cold War era. Repurposed for Stargate Command. Stargate Corporation, sorry.
Sure, slip of the tongue, slip of the tongue. We're actually a military thing and we don't know about it.
And you wander through the Stargate and find yourselves at the familiar plains of Indra.
Are we getting a vehicle ourselves?
Only if you buy one. These are essentially push carts. So
Let's get motorcycles. What do you say? 4 motorcycles for all of us. How much are they?
motorcycles are actually, I do believe, pretty cheap. Not that hard. Let me see the vehicle source handbook.
Or ATVs.
A dirt bike is only 6,300 credits. Dollar dues.
That's a really expensive dirt bike.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, a very expensive motorbike.
It's been retrofitted for interplanet, for rough terrain, with shock absorbers, little pockets. It's been retrofitted for us. It's
For zero gravity.
so that the wheels don't break and
a buggy for let's see, crew 1, passengers 1 for 2 people would be only 1,900, and all-terrain assault vehicle 42,000. Transport helicopter 3 million.
Yeah, okay.
4,000. Wait, 42,000? Yeah, 42K for a 18. Yeah, let's go with
2 buggies.
No, let's go with 2 buggies. How much were the buggies?
1,900 each.
Yeah, let's go 2 buggies. What are they like? Golf carts?
Think of them as slightly more powerful golf carts, I'm guessing.
Yeah, about. They're pretty slow according to this. Wow.
Let's do the motorbike. Let's do the motorcycle.
The vehicles in this one
for
actually suck unless you get to the high-tech ones. The armored van is 10,000, so it's a bit faster actually than the buggy.
Hey,
An
let's do
armored
that.
van, can we all fit in it?
Yeah.
Or a ground car which has the passenger capability of 4 people. Only 6,500 credits. Or dollars.
I think the armored van sounds like a good plan with some extra fuel.
Oh, we can paint the name on it. Done. Sold.
Armored van it is.
Bum bum.
It is.
Bum, bum.
You use drive skill to drive with it. It has the agility rating of +0. Its speed speed is medium. On cruise control, slow. Range 400, or while cruising 600 kilometers. Crew is 1 and passengers up to 8, so 9 people total. Cargo, well, 5 tons, and hull points is 20 points.
Okay.
It has the following equipment: communication system improved, computer /1. Control system improved, fire extinguishers, gun ports ×6. Communications range 500 kilometers. Boxy but well
You've
armored.
already sold us on it.
Yeah. I was giving
I
you
know,
the stats.
I know.
God dang it.
9 people, gear, 5 tons, 6 gun ports. That's huge.
Yeah. Communications range of 500, and it has its own inbuilt computer system.
Which Doug will have hacked before we use him last.
It does not have any inbuilt weapons on it.
Yeah, when he says it's got its own built computer system, it's got it's not Amstrad. It's got a Atari.
Look, all we got to do is like put in some extra RAM, an extra 16 kilobytes of RAM here and there. Let's make it 32.
The computer system is mainly used to control the radio systems on it.
Upgrade it to a little bit of Windows 95. Can I run Windows 95? No, I got to upgrade to the processor to a Pentium 2.
It's only 486. We can upgrade the processor.
I mean,
Pentium 2s are splendid, but they just came out. It's too experimental. What if I go with an AMD 3?
do I want to go with the Windows 3.1, or do I actually want to try this Windows 95?
Oh my god.
Does it fit to the through the gate? Well, since they specifically order one for the gate travel, yes, it does. It's one of those that you gotta carefully fit it through, or you're gonna crash into something, and that's not gonna be good. But
it's more longer too than like squarish.
Yeah, it's actually built with a dome on it.
So, got a question. Doug is not driving this, right?
Who's got the best drive skill?
I've got a drive skill of total of +1.
Right, I want drive skill 0.
But he crashed that elephant on us. Do we really want him driving?
It was an elephant. It was an elephant, you know.
I don't think there's a driving lesson test in our world for elephant war machine.
Thanks, Mac. I appreciate you.
I just had to bring that up.
You crash one elephant once, and then you're
Here's the point.
Remember the guy that can't drive elephants.
You do have 5 tons of cargo space, where you could potentially place a heavy weapon. To say,
We're just turning this into a self-propelled gun.
I'm just saying, you can think about that.
I'm thinking about that, yeah.
However,
For the future. Right now we're going diplomatic mission.
to Alderaan.
Indra.
Yes, a diplomatic mission to Indra.
To Indra.
Indira, yes.
I could just roll double R's. Indra.
Okay, stop rolling the R's, because I can't do it. I can't do it.
Indra.
Roll up the rim to win.
Yes?
I want to
We
hit.
all can roll
I'll try
them.
the head.
Roll.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
Roll.
Relatively.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm so
Are
sorry.
you Canadian now?
We're being such bullies, aren't we?
I'm done.
We're such
I'm done.
bullies right now. I'm sorry.
You gave us a simple joke and we were just going to run with it.
We're just going to run with it, you mean?
Hey guys, don't push this button. What, this button right here? Is this you don't want us to push? Oh my
Hey,
god.
Mika!
Literally, if
Sarah.
you guys ever in person, you guys are all getting hit upside the head. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, no. Sarah, it's like if you ever ask your mum was going, why is he tugging my hair? It's because they like you, okay?
Oh, I
This
know
is-
that.
Yeah.
I know that.
I like Froggy's comment. Yes, monsters. Okay. So, who is driving?
I mean, I got a 1. I'll drive. But
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the back.
Oh, by the way, your tank, actually your van has armor points of 9 on every direction. So if you're getting shot, that's 9 points of armor. Period. While inside the vehicle.
This is a special vehicle. This is a special stat book that you have for it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I actually read it wrong. It technically doesn't have any cargo space. Its shipping size is 5 tons. So it ships in total 5 tons. It's not designed to carry cargo. So I'm rolling that.
We're
that.
removing some of the extra seats and putting a cargo area. There you go.
Okay. So
Where we're
every
carrying
seat,
some
according to
extra
this
fuel.
book is about 250 kilos. So if you remove the extra 5 seats, I believe. Yeah, eight
Well-
passengers, one driver. So you only need 1 plus 3, so that's 5 seats extra. So that would be 1 ton and a quarter for cargo space. Cargo
That's
no
really
go
good.
space. No can do that.
We're good with that. One. So it's fantastic.
Yeah. But yes, I am using a special rules book for this. I have not found this as a PDF yet. Don't know why.
Because Mongoose wants your hard-earned money.
Well, either way, I bought it, I have it, and I'll goddamn use it.
And we're using it.
Okay. So,
Money
you
well spent.
roll your new fancy van through the Stargate slowly, carefully. It's about this much, like 2 inches on both sides of the gate. So you're basically taking it on tracks through it. So it's very careful.
Like a car wash.
Oh, got a question. Are the mirrors able to fold in just in case we don't get
Yes.
touched?
To be fair, I don't think where we're going, it doesn't matter if we take the wing mirrors off. It's not like there's going to be an officer pulling us over going, right, that's a
No,
fine.
we need them to reverse. Do not touch the mirror.
The mirrors remain. But yeah,
No spider webbing the mirrors either, because that's horrible.
so you join as you find yourselves on the familiar plains of Indra, you see around you a village of tents. A lot of them,
Not
they-
that kind of tense. Sorry.
yeah, no, not tents, tents.
Not tense. Okay.
And these, some of them
What, past
are
tense, future
actually
tense, present tense?
some of them look Earth-like, like the military types and the small domes that you see on camping sites, and some of them much lower tech. Actually, now that you start looking carefully, there's much more of the low tech ones surrounding, and there seems to be constant traffic coming in from the mountain you were pointed at last time. Going there and back, and if that is anything to go by, the amount of supplies you are bringing in with is definitely not going to be enough to supply all of those traveling here.
Wow.
And as you enter, a man comes to you. Guten Tag, I am Joseph Such. I am the local local head trader. I was told to expect you.
Oh
Here
yeah.
we are.
Wow, it's been like forever since we've been here. How many people are here? It's huge.
We would approximate about 500 locals and about 100 Lars. Well, the precise number is 96, but it's easy to round up.
Well, we're 4, so that makes it 100. There we go.
Whoa.
It is true. Yeah, it is true.
Das ist gut, ja.
Das ist gut, ja.
You know if the fellow who lives in the cabin that's just over that way is part of the group that's here, or
What cabin?
That was different planet, Dan.
oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. There's not snow on the ground. Never mind. Oh, you're right. That was Doug's favorite whole ground. Yeah, that was it.
Nicht die best Ursprung.
No, German accent is not my best. I need to work on it. Sorry, seriously.
Aussprache.
Aussprache.
Nicht die beste Aussprache, not the best accent. This is like a roll education. See if I can.
Well, I had to check if Nila was actually listening.
But we're trying, and that's all that counts.
That's one word for it. Yes. Okay. Never mind my question then. My German is still on point. There it is. On point.
That's the point.
Well, I think most Germans were on point when they had their helmets on.
Yeah. Don't sit on
That
a
was 100+ years ago. Over 100 years
Actually,
ago.
they were still used in World War One.
105
Until
years
they
ago.
actually
Years ago.
switched over to the
I was 100 years ago.
yeah, no, over 100 years ago. About 100 years,
Yeah.
exactly.
They
100
They
years
started
ago.
changing to the Stahlhelm in middle of this, with all of the Great War.
The First War, yeah,
Yeah.
because they were just more practical with helmets.
They did look cool though. I gotta admit. They
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
So their
Yeah,
helmets,
but-
so basically their helmets became pointless.
Yeah, they did. But funny fact is that the Pickelhaube was actually leather.
Yeah,
The pointy helmet was made of leather, except for the point itself.
it was just more for decoration. The point was actually to hold like mains and all that sort of stuff. You could use it to hold other things.
Oh, nice.
Or your horse around on it. Yeah.
Well, it's because it's actually like the
Okay,
ones that you
enough
have
deviation.
for
Enough
Yes.
deviation.
Yeah.
So,
Whoa. So like,
how can we help? How can we help? I'll just
looking
drop
for
trying
who's
to do
in-
the action now.
well,
We're looking basically for whoever's in charge of the natives.
That would be Lin Xia. She is the chief negotiator of the local city.
Is the city in the mountains?
Yes, it's the mountain city as they call it. I do believe it is Tiananmen Square.
Yan Square. Got it.
Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen Square.
As opposed to Tiananmen.
Yeah. Mac's just going to say, apart from the city, is there any other settlements?
Oh, yes. Actually, we have discovered several settlements further apart. We sent an ultralight to scout out, but they seem to be smaller and not as well equipped in ancient relics. So we have little interest in them aside of making discoveries on where they are. But yes. It seems that the surroundings of the mountains were cleared only up to 100 kilometers. Give or take a few.
Cleared by the elephant?
Yes, we assume so. according to the locals, it has been surrounding the mountain for the last immemorial times. So we assume at least 80 years, which is the human memory, and add on top of another generation.
So, like, if we were to look for other, theoretically, if we were to look for other people, which way, how far off, what is still left unexplored? I guess my real question.
Well, it is a large planet. We assume it is at least the size of the Earth. So a lot is unexplored, and we have not gone to very great detail. Perhaps you would be wiser off asking the locals for advice on where to go next. I was not briefed on what your actual mission here is. I hope it has something to do with the situation at large.
Yes, I appreciate you.
So we should
Joseph,
probably talk
right?
to the guy who's in.
Yeah, Joseph Schulz.
Lin Chan.
Lin Sha.
I'm gonna write that down because I'll never remember that.
Lin Cha, yeah, Lincha.
Yeah. Paul,
Yes.
can you show these guys? There's Lin Sha. Okay. Paul here is one of our guards. He has nothing better to do than to guard the supplies and take visitors elsewhere. But I do have to go through this inventory over here, because I gotta sell it. So enjoy
Good luck with
yourselves,
that.
and good luck with your mission.
Thank you.
All right, how you doing, Paul?
Huh. It's the easier posting. At least I don't need to hear the dead squeals of every goddamn soldier they send through the gate. So that's nice. So which way you wanted to go to Linsha, right? Okay,
Yes.
this way, and he proceeds to escort you through the village, village of tents, and to one of the bigger ones of the more local design. This one is made from a bit better fabric. You would assume it is like cotton-esque, and with
Gotcha.
with vibrant colors. It's red with gold ornamentation on the hems of it, and inside there's several pillows all around, and the front is actually open with two guards standing by it, and Paul waves to them, and the guards nod and step aside, and you are immediately shown inside, despite you being complete strangers. And inside there's like several cushions everywhere, and there is an older lady, you would assume 60s to 70s, with very Indian complexion, several jewels hanging from the brows, and piercings on the nose, and the ears, and heavy golden necklaces hanging on her chest, and fine clothing as she lays on the cushions, saying in the local not local, in English, "Welcome to my tent, strangers. You must be more visitors from Earth."
Yes, we are, and thank you for welcoming us.
I am Lin Sha. I am the negotiator for Tiananmen Square.
As they're talking, Matt's just going to stay outside the tent, just keeping an eye.
Yeah. You notice that the local guards are armed with spears, and the spears have this gleaming gem on their tips. You would assume they function like staff weapons, but they are not using them against you.
I've just got my new laser rifle, just
I'm gonna shoot you with
arms.
this. So, how can the people of Tiananmen Square help you?
Well, we have reason to believe that a different force, different god Ra, is coming toward our homeland. And we are without gods, and we are at peace. And they are coming, and it's going to be like really, really bad. And we're like, they're gonna hurt a bunch of us, and it's gonna hurt and stuff. Like, we totally don't want that. So we're hoping to get in touch with like some of your gods and have them help us out. You know, like, because we could use weaponry or help. And like, you're the first person we thought of.
I am honored you would think of me, even though we've never met and never been introduced properly.
Well, let us introduce ourselves then. I am Daniel Jackson. This is Doug Peterson. This is Jaelle of a last name I don't remember.
Right.
And outside is Mac. I refuse to call him Steven.
Yep.
Uh,
I've just got this name. It's going to be Stephen. I refuse to call him Stephen. MacDonald.
and yes, we are from Earth, and the situation there is potentially grave very soon. We have come looking for help.
Ah. So you look for the divine and their magic to protect your lands. And here we thought you were powerful as you took down the god Indra. Do you not possess the weapons to destroy other gods as well? Or are these new gods your equal or worse?
They're unknown. And they're at least our equal at the moment. But their forces amass, and we are but a few. And though they come in thousands, nay, millions, like way too many for us to handle.
I
think we're looking for a little step up for protection. Because we fear that once they've started, there is no stopping. And they will soon find their way. And they will eventually find their way here. Or that's our fears.
And these being your fears and hopes, what are the people of Tiananmen Square going to be gaining of it?
Well, as Doug mentioned, I'm sure after they have come to our world, they will come to all the worlds that have Stargates, or whatever they call them here.
We offer protection as well, though
As much as we can offer.
And what is the worth of protection of those that seek our help to destroy the things they are afraid of?
We don't necessarily have to destroy them, we just have to defend ourselves against them.
So, you are afraid of them, and you offer your feeble protection against them for us. This does not sound like a bargain worth making.
We offer to ally with you to protect both of us.
it's like 2 is better than 1, you know? And when there's an equally assured our our power, our weaponry right now is mostly for defense. Yes, we did. We were 100% able to defeat. I don't know how to say the name correctly of the elephant person thing. I'm talking to Dan real quick.
What was the
Where-
name of the elephant again?
Yeah.
Indra.
No, that's
that
the
what it
name of
was?
the planet.
That was the name of the elephant.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, they named the planet after the elephant.
Or
Thank
did they
you,
name
sir.
the elephant after the planet?
Yeah, no.
Chicken egg.
Earth humans named the planet after the elephant.
Oh,
They call themselves the people of Tiananmen Square. If you didn't catch that.
no, then that was the city.
Yeah, they are the
Yeah.
people of the Tiananmen Square.
The whole world is named after the city?
No, they don't claim to be the whole world.
Sorry.
Oh, my head.
We were able to defeat. Our
Indra.
weapons are powerful in a sense, and we were able to defeat Indra. But our weapons are based on a certain magic. It is different than your magic. We're learning if we combine our magics, we'll like be totally unstoppable. And that's what we're offering. Already as our trades, we're offering our technology to you as the same. And all we're wanting is to talk to or to find more of this other magic or power that you possess.
I see. Well, unfortunately, there's not much I can do. But there is two paths you might follow. One is to go to the temple in Tiananmen Square. See if you can find any clues of the gods that the priests have missed, since you have a different view on things. I do not ascribe to such nonsense. Gods abandoned us long ago. And Indra was nothing but a beast of their whims. The other option is to find one of the god speakers. Since you do not know the god speakers, they are those who wandered off Tiananmen Square and did not die in the hands of Indra. They were able to wander the lands despite of it. It is said that they know how to speak with the gods and thus avoid their wrath. I
The
have
natives.
not met any of them myself. For those exiled from Tiananmen Square rarely return, with the exception of the one you saved. He was brought home and hailed as a hero.
Is he still there in Tiananmen Square?
As far as I know, yes.
That could be starting point to finding others, or I think in either case we should go to Tiananmen Square, either to use him as a starting point to find others, or to go to the temple, or both.
Thank you, Lyncha, for your wisdom.
May you travel among the open stars.
And you as well.
Travel among the open stars. I like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to start that. Write them down.
No, I'm more thinking along the lines of the only way to travel among the open stars would be with a spaceship. Is that what you're referring to, Lichan? Ninja?
No, that is that is a traditional greeting,
Farewell.
traditional farewell of our people. Roughly translated into this language, of course.
Okay.
But I
It's beautiful.
assumed it is The same.
It's just some interesting wording, that's all.
Well, let's go. Thank you again.
Anything you want to say, Jaelle?
No, I haven't. No, because you guys didn't see what was happening on the outside. I had a squirrel actually watching us over here.
Oh.
Yeah, like I looked over, I heard something clinging across my screen, and there was a squirrel watching us.
So we are the
that's
number one stream among squirrels.
So did you ever watch that movie called Up? My master made this collar for me so I could squirrel.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like if you watch once Wooster goes back, he'll see I'm like looking at my window, watching the squirrel.
She paid more. There we go.
I was wondering why
We
you were
also
going to
have a
put your
farm.
hand up. Like, were you trying to?
I didn't know what to really do. I was like, we have a squirrel watching us.
It's like saying, hi squirrel.
Okay. Looks like we're off to Cannon Square.
What was who was it that you mentioned that was over here? Was it Duncan?
No.
No. So we have Paul. Who can led us to this person?
Yeah. No, but you you mentioned that there was somebody that returned, and he was hailed as a hero.
Yeah, the guy we saved from this place originally, saved from the elephant.
Ah,
Do you remember his name?
that's
I
what I'm
can't.
asking for. All right.
Well,
No worries.
It wasn't Jaelle. I'm trying to write down. It wasn't Locker.
Nope.
No worries.
It was Israel.
Hmm?
It was Israel.
It was Jaelle? Oh, okay. That's about the only name I have written on this sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm lucky that I happened to write that down.
So, it being an easy travel, considering you have wheels underneath you and an open road ahead of you, you are able open road and that is clearly traveled back and forth like regularly, and even currently you can just keep on going with your armored van. So it's a bit of a since it's not really traveled with vehicles that don't have oxen pulling them.
Yeah. The road is not made out of concrete.
No asphalt.
Right.
Or anybody else's fault.
That's what it was. But it's an all-terrain van, and as long as we go 25 miles per hour, we'll be fine.
I wrote Wooster again.
Right. Well, actually, your travel speed is closer to 15 miles an hour.
Oh, there we go.
But it only takes you 3 hours to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You are much faster than anyone else traveling the road. Making
don't
it
hang
to the
to
base
anyone.
of the mountain, where upon you are greeted by what you would call dwarven gates. This looks like somebody just hacked a big ass door into the side of the mountain. And the doors themselves are thicker than most American people.
Wow.
And I'm not talking about obesity here.
I'm walking away on this really fast. Thank you for correcting yourself, Wooster.
Yes. But they are open. And people are traveling back and forth. You notice that as you have driven past everyone you passed, has been looking at your vehicle and pointing and talking about it.
I was wondering.
And now, as you do reach the gates, there are several guards that proceed. They look at you confusedly and start pointing their spears at you.
Wave, hi.
We're all done the windows. I'll turn it off, open the door, or at least put my head out the window. Howdy.
And
I'll say hello in their language.
Ew, let me open the door.
which goes pretty much like, hello.
I did the Queen's wife.
You can't see it; it's all blurred.
I don't
There
want
you
these
go.
guards. Yeah, perfect.
You can tell I perfected this.
So, yes, the locals are confused about you, and the local guards do require some persuasion to let you through. There's plenty enough space for your vehicle to go in there, because this hallway seems to be magnificent. It's like built for what's a proper vehicle? Built for two tanks to go side by side inside. Like it could fit Indra in it.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. I'll step out of the van and approach. Howdy. It's just some of it's whoa. Hi, do you guys speak? Can you understand what I'm saying?
What is it? I don't know. I don't understand what to do.
They said, which means
Which means, I don't understand what you're saying. Please speak local language.
he doesn't understand you.
Then I'm gonna need you to
I'll
talk to
translate
them a
for
little
you.
bit.
Sure.
Oh boy. Okay, thanks. Hi. This is our special magical vehicle. It means it is no harmful. It's just for transportation.
I'm translating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm translating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, roll me persuasion.
Not language? Or
Can
does he
do.
roll
Hang on.
persuasion?
He rolls
rolling
persuasion.
Okay. But if that's
And
what
a whole
social
bunch of
when I
bowing
suck.
and
Alright. The guards do allow you in after a little bit of persuading, but they do step aside. So.
they probably like poke at it,
Mm.
do the thing.
Yeah.
I probably have to show them inside.
It's like ding, ding. It is better. It is like Indra.
Smaller and less armed.
It is mini Indra. Mindra.
Mini Indra.
It's a Mindra van. All right.
We lost both Chinese and Indian audience by this point.
Yes.
So the two biggest countries on the world have stopped watching this show. Who else can we piss off?
Oh, we're American. We can piss off everybody.
Yeah.
You are. You are.
Yeah. You got two. And one's
You
female
are.
and one's male.
Anywho.
Just to improve on the demographics.
Just stop doing politically correctness, and then that would really get
Well, the
rid of
good
audience.
news is
That
both
get
of those
rid of
countries
all the
probably don't
red-
watch this show anyway. So if we get like 0.001% of Indian and Chinese people just coming to hate watch us, that's us quite million times more popular.
That's us on partner.
Yes.
That's us on partner.
That's an instant Twitch partner. Yes,
I like the fact that we actually have 11 viewers right now.
we do.
Yeah.
Record.
I'm telling you, they're all Russian bots.
Ah, yeah.
No. We're
Sorry,
still
a few
gonna go
of
on
them
a theory.
Now we
Dog
pissed
is
off the Russians. That's good.
No. We're on the theory that they're all here because there's a female on the screen.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
There's a
right.
female on the screen.
Seriously, some of us guys can show cleavage if you want. You might regret this afterwards.
Oh, I got good cleavage. I've been working out.
Oh, you're already showing
sure
your
not?
pussy again.
Who here has a cat?
Steven is showing the pussy.
Yeah.
on his shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yes, King Kong Kitty.
Now he's hiding the pussy.
Yeah, censorship already immediately
Yeah,
going at it. So like, no pussies on this show. No.
Oh boy.
Right.
All right. So, mention to the guards that we're looking for Jaelle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah,
Like.
I'll mention that to them.
Jaelle, he is at the ruler's mansion.
And how do we find our way there? And can we get there with our vehicle?
You follow the road until you've reached mansion. It is right over there. You can see it if you squint your eyes.
Okay.
Is it inside the mountain or?
Yes. Where else would you be?
Oh. That's totally awesome.
Yes. Well, as you are permitted inside, you start looking around and going. Finally, you have actual solid ground underneath, so you go. You have a even chiseled stone to drive on. It feels heavenly in comparison.
And I got the lights full blast then, because
But
full
yeah.
high beam.
But where you're not shining your lights in, you see that this does look like a dwarven city. It's cut into the stone inside the mountain. You would assume there's like 100 meters of the mountain before you get inside. Afterwards, it just becomes like this cavern with a city built inside of it. A round shape with countless lights shining in from various heights. Stairways going up the sides of the mountainside, and you thought
Max having a look. So the lighting for this, is this actually from like shafts that have been cut into the mountain, and it's like lights shining through the like.
no,
Or is it
you
more
would
like
assume these
torches
are
or-
like torches and candles.
Right. Okay.
No
On the way.
electricity?
You don't spot any.
Okay.
Well, except in your car, and it's definitely not shocking. Well, you are.
We'll head towards the place we were squinting at.
Yeah. So, you definitely didn't see it over 100 meters away. They apparently did, but... Yeah, you would definitely call what is in front of you a mansion. It has its own walls that you suppose are chiseled the same rock that the rest of the place is. There is two large Indian-style statues standing on both sides of the gateway. Mm-hmm. The gates are of wood and ornamented with metal reinforcements. And in front of it, there is a mass of people that are apparently begging the passerbys for alms. They seem poor and malnourished. And while they do leave a generous path to go towards, they are all clasping their hands up in a bowl, expecting for handouts. And although some of them do lose their composure when they're looking at your odd vehicle and its weird growl.
And bright lights.
Yeah.
I'll turn those down so that well wasn't flashing at people.
You are muted, by the way.
I don't know how much money I'm gonna have to take off of my 2100, but how many boxes of granola bars did I bring? For like $100 worth of granola bars, and I'll start tossing them out to the
Yeah,
people
sure.
who are looking for food.
So you open up a hatch and start passing out, tossing granola
We have
bars.
gun ports, so there you go.
Gun ports are like this big.
Yeah.
They're
are
barely
they-
enough to put your gun through it.
Well, you have to be able to see
No, but-
through it
Yeah,
as well.
there's a glass window only. Because these
Okay.
things are built so that you can just close the gun port, the little hatch with the
Okay.
plug, and you can have it airtight. Not airtight, but overpressurization, so air is only going outwards.
Okay, in that case, yes, out the window.
You'll definitely the one riding shotgun with me since you're gonna be talking to people.
Yeah. So you're doing charity. Okay.
Yeah. Those
You-
are our supplies for our rations, but super awesome.
Yeah.
I'll help them throw them out the other window.
As you approach the actual ornamented gates, they open in front of you without you needing to stop. There's servants or guards outside in vast numbers, and there is a courtyard. There is some sort of weird trees in it. They look like, on a closer look, they are actually mushrooms that are the size of trees that are cut in ornamental shapes.
Whoa. That one looks like a dick.
It does, actually.
Where your mind goes, I understand.
I actually want Alice in Wonderland in my mind. So I'm looking for the caterpillar.
Eventually, you are presented with a wall of people that are standing in front. Some of them are shivering, but they are refusing to budge. It is like 20 meters before a wall of you would assume a building, or the side of the mountain just cut to look like a building with windows in it. And they look at your vehicle in tremble. Do you stop in plenty of time, or do you want to tease them?
Oh, no, yeah, of course. Yeah. No, let's not tease them. They're scared. In fact, I'm just looking for. We're gonna. I guess ready. Let's park it here, I suppose. Turn off the engine.
Take the keys with you. Lock the doors.
Check it out. I got like a little beepy remote control on it. Yeah.
I just got the what's that? You know how some of the old ones used to like set off the alarm so you knew the horn, just so you knew the door's locked. What's the horn?
Oh.
Wait. You might want to just lock it from the inside and not hit the alarm, because this is the 90s, and if you just gently touch the car, it goes right off.
Oh yeah. That is the point.
This is like the early 90s, where like the even if you just tap the
You
car, it goes
look
off.
at
This is the.
It goes
by the
off.
way, top of the line Viper system was what it was called. It was called Viper. This is top of the line Viper system, 1995.
And
The
I
subway went underneath. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh fuck!
Oh
not
my
that
God,
thing.
those-
Oh.
Or if you were like at the top of like your shopping mall and you hit the alarm, and then 5 other cars went off in the same radius as yours.
Yes.
Or how
I
about
think-
the Back to the Future one where you have 5 seconds to step away from the vehicle?
That
4
sounds more
seconds.
Like RoboCop.
Oh, right.
No, but that was also the Viper system. Also said that to the. I think that was a Viper 3 model.
Ooh.
It still doesn't matter. open up the car, hit the lock button, and then go.
Yeah.
We don't want it going off.
I'll hit the alarm off. Got it. Okay. Good idea. Yeah. It goes up constantly. Oh boy.
Make sure you don't have anything in your pocket when you put the keys in.
Well, there's several people bowing towards you as you exit. And then from the inside walks a man dressed in gold, like a crown on top of his head, a large cape flowing with two people carrying it, one on the either side, hands as so, and seems to the walking is practiced so well that he seems like he's floating down the stairs down. It's so smooth that your first assumption is that he's going down on wheels, but it's stairs. So arrives near you, the hems just barely touching the ground, like at the edge of gliding on, like gathering dust off of the pavement, stopping in front of you. I am Winshaw, Thames of Tiananmen Square, in English.
Winshaw?
Winshaw. I welcome you to my city, strangers of Earth.
I am Daniel Jackson. This is Doug Peterson. This is Jaelle Gray. And this is Mac. Mac McPherson.
Yo.
And greetings from Earth.
We brought you a thing.
Our home is yours. Your presence here honors us, Godslayers. Your friend is inside, but we were not expecting you, otherwise we would have arranged a banquet in your honor. It is the correct word, banquet?
Banquet, yes. Perhaps what you could do is, instead of preparing a banquet, use the food that would have been used for the banquet to help feed some of the hungry people that are waiting outside your gate.
Why?
Because they're hungry. They have no food.
They are hungry because they do not work. It is how it is. Why would you give out that which belongs to you as Godslayers to those that have not earned it?
I understand your position on this, yes. Very well.
There's a very common and muttered comment from Max saying, yeah, because you farmed the food yourself, didn't you?
Does the priest farm the food he eats, worshipping the gods that give the rain? For if there was no priest, there would be no rain. And if there was no rain, there would be no farm. And if there would be no farm, there would be no farmer.
At the same time, no priest.
Indeed. We all do our part.
Anyways, we did it out of charity because we're generous like that. Like, we like people, and that's why we've been so friendly, because we're very generous. Dan, you seem to be getting off better on this.
I see.
Why don't you do the negotiations?
That would be a bad idea.
Very well then. Your will is my will. See to it that the banquet is prepared for the beggars.
Could we talk? What was that?
Sorry.
What sound? Could we possibly speak with Jaelle?
Of course. Summon Jaelle immediately. But would you wish to come inside and rest? Your journey has been long, I assume.
Our vehicle got us here fairly quickly.
4 hours, man. I could use a pee break.
Okay. Fine. Oh,
Is
does that mean
this
we're
the
going on break?
food or the activity?
So, food or the activity?
Yes, the pea break. I understand it is either the fruit, described as a small, round and green,
Oh, yeah.
or the activity involving one's genitalia.
Yeah, that one, number 2. Except it's going to be number 1. I mean, I got to make water.
Of course.
God, where did this
Max probably was
conversation go?
Mac was probably like doing a scan of the area, like taking a flask of water, and then just as he hears it, he just does a spit take as he catches what's just been said by Doug.
Well, I'm also confused by the fact that he's calling a pea a fruit, but okay. I'm not going to correct him. Fine. Yes, we could potentially use some time to rest and refreshen ourselves. I can't even speak my own language.
Of
Refresh
course.
ourselves.
Arrange for Doug Peterson to have a break for his activity. The rest of you are welcome to join me in the lounge. And he turns and proceeds to do the floating thing, but up the stairs. And
Whoa.
the servants are courteously pointing you to follow him.
Okay.
Except for Doug, who gets a servant, both male and female, escorting him to another part of the palace.
Here goes Doug off on his own again.
What
So we
happens
all have a
there
tea break now?
will be left out in the blank, and Doug can tell whatever he wants of what happened there.
At some point, they'll return.
At some point, they will return, assumably intact.
To the lounge.
Well, the lounge area is similar to that tent of Linshai you saw earlier, but magnified to a next power. So, large cavernous space, and the pillows range from this size to this size. And there's stacks and stacks of them, and the walls are covered in drapes that are in vibrant colors and lit up by braziers burning oil. And it is comfortable, and there's a veritable array of earth goods on offer. There's chocolate bars, there's pineapple slices, there's tuna.
Wow.
Served in the original containers.
Is there? Wait.
There's
wait,
literal tin cans opened up
Is there
for
Dorito?
serving. Yes, there is bags of Doritos, and it looks like a student like night out with a football game there, with everything set up as minimalistically as possible.
So we know where all the stuff that we're giving them is going to, and it's obviously not going to the people. It's going to
Yep.
Cha.
Well, it'll be a few minutes before I return, so you guys
Yeah.
Just
talk.
because we're 2 hours in,
Yeah.
and this talk about e-breaks.
Yeah.
Let's take a real
Let's
pee
take a
break.
pee break. Yes. Yes. Everyone, go get some peas, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. So we'll be back 10 past.
10 past.
Peace be with you.
Peace be with you, guys.
Of the coca kind.
Jaelle's
Obviously,
disappearing
Jaelle
head
is
is
not
gone.
present.
This is when like we lose half our audience.
Yeah, we've gone up to 13.
Oh boy.
How did we gain people over the break? Oh,
Yep.
back to
See,
the
I
left.
told you.
Word of
the
mouth.
second,
Word of mouth.
see, I told you. The second they don't notice there's no girl, instantly disappear.
Haha.
The music is great. Oh, okay, I didn't hear music.
Ah. Yeah, the music is only for audience, not for you.
Oh,
Like,
I don't turn it on.
Turn the stream up.
But to be fair, the music is actually not used anywhere else than on our stream, and as far as I know, on the creator's own SoundCloud or whatever it was, because these are by a local Finnish musician, and as far as I know, these have not been sold to anyone.
Nice.
So
Does it ever get to the end of the song? Does
there's
it
several
finish?
songs there that
Does it
are
finish?
rotating.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't finish. It's very
Is
unfinished.
this the guy that I use some of the stuff for Burnlands, like the Herald?
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that?
Yeah, that is
He's
that
got
guy.
some nice stuff. Yeah, he's got some nice stuff.
I'm
Okay.
a huge music fan, obviously, because of the headphones. But why have I heard? I'll have to do a better listen next time.
If you go back to the Burnlands, I did use one or two of his pieces there.
He
But
is talented, but not very well known. At least he's a lot better at doing music than I am. So, but that's not really a high bar, is it? Anyway, I do believe we had a game to play, and you wanted to do things. So, yeah, I will not talk about Doug's experiences, but Jaelle will meet up with you. And if you want to skip some parts, you can give me the general gist of what you want, and I'll tell you what you get after a roll, or you can roleplay as much as you want. It's your time, VR.
We want to learn about the God Seekers and what they are actually seeking for and what they might have found. What?
God speakers.
Oh,
Speakers.
okay.
They talk like they could either still talk the original language or somehow communicate with them some way, which should be very
Or
interesting.
the priests.
And yes, and we also want to, how did you describe it? Go to the oldest place in
in 10 minutes.
Tiananmen.
I was going to say 10 minutes scare. Also,
Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen.
Square, and which we
Tiananmen.
presume is probably going to be the temple, and see if there's anything there that will lead us
See if
towards
all
their
this equipment that I brought will tell us anything that you guys haven't found.
It's basically, I'm just thinking of, is there like a written record of the history of the world where they might actually talk about where the people and the gods came from? That's
Okay. So, the following things.
Oh boy.
If you want, you are correct in assuming that it is the oldest place is the temple. you can definitely investigate that. That would be an investigate role. If you want to interview some of the locals, that would be a persuasion role to persuade them to give you sufficient information, and all out to ask the proper questions. If you wish to study the old temple writings, that is language role to translate them into modern Balians. And finally, about the god speakers, there are no god speakers that you know of inside the city. All of them have left the city. The priests are not god speakers.
I mean Israel.
Israel is not a god speaker.
No, he's just some dude that survived.
What the hell is he doing out in the middle of nowhere? Okay.
He is accredited as a god slayer.
Oh. Okay.
He was with us, yeah, man.
He's considered the god slayer. He was there when the god was killed.
And
so he's the
did he go back with us?
Hero of the generation.
He did go back with us.
Yeah, he went back with you, and he came back after the Stargate Corporation was finished with him.
And they're like, "Hey, man! Now I not only did I kill the god, like I come back with like friends and shit, and we got like Doritos and freaking M&Ms and
yeah.
And
oh, by the way, what is Dog's reaction to the servings presented?
Whoa, Doritos! Yoink!
We come all this way, and he wants to.
Yoink!
Yoink! All right.
Actually, I have 3D Doritos actually sitting on my table.
Why are you not eating them?
I could go eat them.
Like they sound amazing on stream, by the way, when you go right in front of the microphone.
Well, my mic's like right here against my face. So,
so how about this?
You've given us persuasion, language, and what was the other one?
Investigate the actual thing.
Okay, I'm going to volunteer for language for obvious reasons.
I could persuade. Jaelle, you want to investigate the temple with all my cool equipment?
Yeah. If you're letting me touch your equipment, sure.
And Doug will shoot people who get in their way.
Mac, anything?
Not Doug, sorry, Mac.
Anything you want to help with, or? Well, first off,
Jaelle obviously volunteers. He likes to outdoor in the common peoples, among the common people now. So he can go with Doug as he does his persuasions.
Nice.
What about Mac?
You
could go with Jaelle if you want.
Yeah, I think it's just me going to be bodyguard and just make sure nothing happens to anyone. It's just going to be who's more comfortable being by themselves and who needs actually wants the bruiser with them.
All right. Well, here comes my persuasion roll.
Okay, you do that with a boon, since you are with a bona fide hero who vouches that you are also a godslayer.
I don't think he needed a boon, but okay.
That takes it to a 6.
It makes it to a 15. Perfect.
Yeah.
Phew, that's a perfect roll.
Wow.
So am I
so I'm like very excited and talking to all the people trading.
Okay. While you do that, Jaelle wanted to do an investigation.
Yes. And what am I rolling that under?
Investigation.
Investigation under intellect.
Okay.
You got all my you got some gear with ultrasound scanner, X-ray, gygometer, video camera, microphone.
I think 10 to 1 Jaelle's kind of a little bit excited that she gets to touch Doug's equipment.
that would give you a
please
boon.
Specify electronic equipment. I broke Carlos now.
You
Yay.
broke me.
But that
Wow.
gives you a boon, which means you also rolled a perfect roll.
13, not bad.
Alright.
All right.
I get the feel that Mac might be the one that's doing all the heavy lifting.
So this is
Jaelle,
where I
because-
screw up my roll?
Yeah.
Hey, we'll just
So
play
your
because-
approach is
Well, I'm reading the language to try and find out the history of where their gods came from.
and that's it. Okay. No boon.
With the help of a priest.
You could ask Win Cha to come to accompany you to look at to help with the histories.
Yeah, I don't think Mr. Doritos is going to be joining us. I'd be more than
Win
happy
Cha.
to take exactly. Not Win or Lin? Which one do you say? Lin is back at the camp.
I'm saying Win with the W.
Yeah, with Mr. Doritos. That's why I call him that, because
Oh.
he's keeping all the good stuff for himself. No, I'll ask for the help of a priest at the temple. Does that get me a boon? I don't know. Let's roll anyway.
No.
11.
Fantastical.
Actually, I rolled exactly average.
That's what she said.
Oh no.
With the boon, it would have been a 13.
It's still buenos.
I think they didn't catch what you said there, Sarah.
I'm gonna have to look that back. Where's clip?
Oh, you're gonna love it, Carlos.
Where's clip it?
You're gonna love it.
Continuing on.
Right.
He's turning pink again.
So we'll start with Daniel. Daniel reads the inscriptions on the walls. Even the priests that are locals, they don't really appreciate somebody doing interpretations on the holy scriptures and whatnot. You know, they're entrenched in their positions, so they are of little help, if that. But you manage to figure out that I'm itchy.
Yeah, find out that you're itchy. Okay.
But also that the people came from a place where all the gods lived, and then the gods decided to go to different stars, and they loaded their godly chariots and took them to their respective stars. And there were several gods involved in the process. To this one. Indra is not the god that brought you here, but Indra was the guardian of this world. Until you killed him.
The guardian of this
priests-
world. To protect the people or to kill all the people? Because it seemed to be killing anybody who came anywhere near it. But okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how much you find out.
I don't find out where the gods went?
No, they are not present in the scriptures.
How many of them, or what their names were?
Yes, those you figure out. I just need to pick up my notes.
For now, let's call them God A, God B.
They were. Where the hell
I'm
is
going to have to write this
it?
down. Right
Kashyapa, Aditi, and Ahriman.
Kashyapa, Aditi,
Aditi.
ET, and the third one?
Yeah, no man.
Ahriman.
Ahriman. I don't think it was Keanu Man or Keanu Reeves. Okay. There were 3 of them.
Yep.
And is there any description of them?
There is basic description of it, of each of them, yes.
Probably check Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, yes.
As far as you know, no, Kashyapa is... You studied the Hindu religion before. He's one of the 7 ancient sages of the Rig Veda, but he's also the father of Indra.
Oh, okay. Father of dead elephant. Okay.
Mm. And Aditi is mother of Indra. Well, Ahriman is also the father of Indra, but in Zoroastrian.
In what?
In Zoroastrian religion. It's surprising that there's the 3 gods in side by side, because these are different pantheons.
Other father of Indra.
Yeah.
Okay.
They created Indra. Creators.
An electronic elephant, yes.
So, meanwhile, Jaelle is taking the investigative route. She's not reading in the temple. She's looking around. She's looking for anomalies, places and things that the locals wouldn't pay any extra attention to. And she does indeed find things that the locals are ignoring. Some statues hide behind themselves hollow cavities, and are but shells with complex machinery hidden inside them. And you also find that one of the walls is actually, you would assume, a hydraulic functioning door that just looks like a stone wall.
The secret door check worked.
Finding the secret garden.
Mm-hmm. And since you rolled perfect roll, you also find out the panel that operates the said door. Does not, however, give you the access to the door. Just lets you know where the access point is. Finally, we come to Doug. Doug, the Godslayer. On the streets, surrounded by adoring fans, helped by the fact that you actually are the benevolent charity, giving out to those in the need. They trust you. They adore you. They tell you that, yes, God speakers do exist. And there are even God speakers in the city. They just hide. They do not reveal themselves to the authorities because they were exiled, not allowed to return, but they did nonetheless. Through secret passages only available to the God speakers. And you are even introduced to one.
Nice. Whoa. And what's your name? I'll keep it on the down low. Sir, you don't have to say your name. No, it's cool. I'm Doug.
You find yourself in a you would call it a back street, but it's more of a back cave.
Back cave?
Yes.
No. Sorry.
It is the end of a chiseled way, and there is this small hole in the wall. All of them are hole in the walls, but
I understand.
This is made with the quality of, okay, there's just enough space to lay down and have a while here without anyone bothering you. With the ramshackle door made out of some cheap you would assume it's lead. It's heavy, and it's made with holes in it, so it doesn't weigh as much. But either way,
It's
you
a
are there.
holy door.
You are there, sitting sitting opposite of a woman in her mid-30s. She looks at you and says, "I am Minasua. And I speak with the gods." And she says that her eyes gleam like the ones on Kadesh. And then we move on. What do the rest of you guys do?
Oh, fuck. He's got a tapeworm.
Oh,
Good one,
okay, Doc.
Froggy.
You're going to have to come up with a new secret name for your character.
I already have one. It's right in the middle.
You're
It's
right.
Yeah, I
not
don't-
0 anymore.
I don't think it's
Now
zero.
it's one.
Control. Sorry, that's a Babylon 5 reference.
So,
So you're not non-binary. Now you're binary.
Dan and Jaelle and Mac, you are in the same building. What do you do next after conferring with your results? Of?
Jaelle, I think we should try and figure out how your secret door opens.
I was on that same page. At least we're on the same
This one?
page. Yay.
This one?
Not that page, but yeah, you get what I mean. Two great minds think alike.
And fools seldom differ. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the full saying, isn't it? Great minds think alike and fools seldom differ.
I think so. I don't know.
Let's hope we're great minds in this case. We could get Doug to cover our back in case somebody tries to. Was this secret door? Or I can't think of another name for it. In obvious plain sight, or was it hidden behind other things?
It is in obvious plain sight.
Meaning everybody.
So,
didn't know
in
it
other
was
words,
there.
if we open the door, people are going to see
How
it.
do you call it? There is a common pathway going past it. If you time it right and open it, nobody will see it. There's a
Okay.
chance for that. But it is not secluded enough that you can just block someone from going near and seeing it. You will have to A, stage a distraction, B, do it openly, or C, try and sneak it.
How can I use a grenade? No.
Usually, you pull the pin and toss it.
Just kidding.
As Jaelle walks away from
do
you.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Right. Mac doesn't make any glares.
No, but Jaelle was like in hearing shot. She's walking away.
I
a
didn't
little bit.
say it out loud.
Okay.
Well, I'm practically as good as Doug with electronics.
Is this technically electronics or is this mechanical?
Well,
I'm not bad at mechanics either. But
it does seem to have electric current running through it, according to your instrument. And it is a touch screen. You figure that one out by touching it a couple of times. Yeah.
well, I
Okay.
do have an electronics toolkit.
If Dan can be hacker
it
number
is.
2, we can go with it.
I suppose. And I also have I still haven't figured out what this wafer jack in my head does. I don't know if I can plug my head into the door, but I'm not going to try that.
Yeah, the way you do it, you take your head, boom, and just headbutt and it just slots him.
No, that's not quite. I picture it more as a USB connector I plug into my head. And
Or because it's like a control panel, you run your head across the control panel. Maybe that'll work.
Boop, beep, beep, boop, boop.
And it opens.
Fine. What skill should I try and figure out how to open this door? Wooster.
That would be electronics
With
education.
Ooh, even better. Okay, so we're going to try and time it so that other people aren't around. Or am I just trying to figure out how it would work, and then do it when there's nobody around, or should I just wait till there's nobody around and actually do it?
Maybe the roll decides for you.
Yeah, if I fuck it up bad enough, then somebody will be around, and if I do it well enough, there won't be anybody. Well, I'm going to try and do it when nobody's around.
So you get a Bane for attempting to time it right. Okay.
Even with a Bane, as long as it's only an 8, I pretty much can't fail this unless I roll Snake Eyes.
You
Amazing.
assumed the target number was 8.
Yes, I know. Okay, so
You're no
13.
assuming anything.
Oh, and the Bane would have helped me.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah. You manage to open the door. Just as the last person in view leaves the view. There's this stale air whiffs out of the room immediately. And there's a corridor that leads in deeper into the rock. It's only darkness guiding you.
It's only who?
Darkness. Oh, my old
thanks.
friend.
I thought it was. It's only Doug that's guiding you. Doug's not here. The rest of us are.
Doug's not here, but Doug's there.
Doug is leading us. This is misleading. Should we go in, guys? You have to decide quickly.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Put on the flashlight. I was going to say the headlamp, but I don't think I put on the HUD. Well, yeah, because I already have the HUD goggles on. Yeah, there we go. And is there any obvious way to open and close the door from the inside?
There seems to be another panel on the inside, yes?
Does it look like the panel on the outside?
Yes.
Try the same code. Are you guys coming in, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Try the same code on the inside.
You go in and shh. Door is closed.
Okay. That part's good.
You assume no one noticed you.
Yes, and we'll have no way of knowing if anybody notices us if we come back out this way.
There's only one way down that you know of.
Mhm.
You proceed to go deeper. And as you walk the few steps, lights begin into the corners of the corridor. It is cut into a square tube. And that goes in, and pretty soon afterwards, you find yourselves in you would say it's a workshop for vehicles. You see
Like a
on
garage?
the walls several descriptions of Indra, the elephant war machine. You see parts that you saw on the elephant war machine around. There is pieces and bits and stuff spread around the room.
So it's sort of like a maintenance place for Indra.
Yes, sort of. And there's not a living soul in sight.
Two things. One, is there any way Indra would have fit in here?
Yes, it is high enough. It is wide enough. And you can see that there is a gate on the other side of the room, with hydraulic pushes pushing it in. So the gate is currently closed.
Oh, but the tunnel that we came through would not have been big enough
The
to
tunnel
accommodate.
is not big enough for that. No.
No, right, okay.
And stairs and that thing probably wouldn't have been a good idea
Right.
either.
You don't think a wheel thing would
Hmm.
manage that?
Okay, so there's obviously another way out of here. Through the gate. On Stargate. Well, how about you guys look around and I'll see if I can figure out how to get this gate to work. Hearing lots of answers.
That sounds fine.
I was seeing what I had to roll. If Wooster's going to make us roll.
I think what Mac's going to be looking for is looking for any kind of obvious though, because I know you mentioned this seems to be like a repair, but I'm looking for anything that would look like be like weaponry there.
Okay, so you scout for weapon. Jaelle?
I was just going to look around. So technically, yes, investigate the area.
Okay. So, I would say both of you roll investigation.
With intellect?
Yes.
That's a Nick free.
Ah!
Oh,
Wow.
He
I
can't find
guess you're
the
not doing
table.
any.
He can't even find the table.
I can't find the forest for the trees.
Stubbed your toe.
Yeah.
He stubbed his pinky toe and broke it.
No, I didn't break it. He's not that far. I don't know.
So you failed by more than 5. So that is a critical failure.
No shit. I failed more by 5. I rolled a 1.
So
No,
my
Well,
question
you rolled
is,
4, but yeah.
Yeah. With my leg.
what is this failure about? Since you're looking for things, what do you have a suggestion? What is the critical part of this failure?
What happens?
Do you set off a trap, or do you stumble and hit your head?
I think what it is
He found a gun and he pointed it at himself.
I think I
Look
see
inside.
something there that catches Mac's eyes, and he goes and like starts to pull it out, but doesn't realize that in doing so it pulls on something else, and it actually causes near like a cascade of other items to kind of start tumbling towards himself. Yeah, he causes an avalanche.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you go. You find this storage area sort of things with a lot of shelves, and you sort of poke around, and then suddenly you realize that it wasn't as stable footing there as you thought, and it starts falling. You try and stop it, but you end up pushing it too much, and you start cross.
Yeah, Mac's not a Jenga player.
And suddenly you all can hear this as Mac gets pounded by the inventory on the shelves, shelves and into the ground. Jaelle was looking around in the same storage area. Hearing this, she jumps to the side out of the way, and shit. Everything is just a mess now. This whole section is a mess. You probably destroyed relics of indeterminable value.
I can't help it. They start to like, you see those like supermarket, the person takes the top can and it just sets the entire cascade of the pyramid just collapse. I can't help it that they couldn't stack the stuff properly.
You don't play Jenga much, do you?
No, I don't.
You just lost Jenga. Yeah.
I jump out of the way, and all of a sudden, I just lightly say, "Shit."
You just hear a voice from it going, just making sure that wasn't quiet, was it?
Well, I'm not sure the
No.
noise would have carried all the way up the stairs, but I guess we'll find out.
Just pulling himself out from the pile of stuff if I can.
Does this happen before or after I investigate the door?
During.
Oh, okay. Damn it. What did he do this time?
You investigate. Your investigation of the door doesn't take long. There's a panel with similar functions on it, and you assume the same command code to open would work here. Do you try it?
Well, just as I'm about to try it, I hear this loud crashing noise. What did he do now? And I'll go investigate what he did.
I just hate that it's the assumption that you assume it's me.
Because he just heard me swear.
Yes, I heard "oh shit" after I heard "smash, smash, smash." So, well, it could have been either of you, but I think the language coming out of you would have been worse. So,
If it
before
fell
I try
on
the
me, you
door,
would have
I'll
screamed
go-
and said it was me.
You find the storeroom area a complete mess. Every shelf seems to have tipped over, and whatever contents were are spread around in a willy-nilly manner.
Well, if these were replacement parts for the elephant, then all the parts that were on the elephant, there shouldn't be anything new here. But I'm guessing you're not going to want to try and put the shelves back up.
No.
Oh.
Because I don't think anybody's going to be trying to repair Indra when Indra's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not gonna get our Airbnb deposit back.
What's Airbnb?
It's an air shotgun.
Whatever the equivalent was back in the 90s.
I don't think there was. That's the thing.
Yeah, people rented their houses in the 90s.
Well, it's still called deposit, I think. We won't be getting our deposit back.
Yeah.
Security deposit?
Yeah. For this room. In any case, okay, I think I've figured out how the other door works. If you want to look around on the ground to find some of the items you might be interested in, actually, a quick glance. I assume there's nothing that remotely looks like the hand device.
At a quick glance, no.
Okay.
So, you are staring.
All right,
at the
I'll
mess.
take a longer than quick glance. Does that help?
That will be a full investigation, though. But meanwhile, as you are looking at a mess, someone else
No, I don't find anything.
is in a mess.
Yes.
Doug.
Uno. I just seen the change in the name he's done.
You just saw it? He did that like a while ago.
Yeah, I've just actually looked at the name and just noticed the change. Sorry.
It is true that we wander the wastelands without the fear of Indra. Now everyone can do that. We have that to thank. How can the god speakers help those who can't kill gods?
We want to kill more gods.
Direct. I like it.
We want to align. We're like totally powerful. That stuff. They're coming after our home now. And we don't like that. And they're not going to stop at our home. They're going to come back here too. So we need to find other magics, technology, resources, things that'll make us be able to kill them better.
I see. Very well. You keep our presence a secret, and I will show you how to reach the other gods. Some
Agreed.
speakers have left before me. None have returned from the lands of the gods. But they are beyond that which you call the Stargate. Come, follow me. She stands up. She turns to the solid rock wall, waves her hand, and a mirage vanishes from view, revealing a corridor that leads you to a room. A room filled with Stargate addresses written up on the walls. Each one corresponding to a different depiction of a humanoid. Some with heads, one with head of an elephant, some with 6 arms. These are the realms of the gods. This is but the chamber of one, of many. But I will only show you this one.
Wow. What can it tell me about the 6 arms? I'm gonna start taking out camera and pictures with disposable camera pictures, flashes going off as I'm just taking pictures of the whole thing.
That is the earthen magic, is it not?
It is. And then later I will be able to reproduce this.
I assume
What
this
I
much.
see.
The speakers of the olden times had such magics at their disposal. Those secrets have been lost in the generations that came. It is a sadness. The ones who knew have departed. We have been unable to learn these magics. But perhaps I can learn them from you. May I? See this one.
Oh yeah. Like you push this button here, like you can see through the little hole.
She
See me smell?
takes
And
the
then,
device and she stares at it for a while. You can see that your camera becomes translucent for just a split second. And then, like layer by layer. And then solid once more. Intriguing.
Whoa.
The flash of light is reflected back into the device itself and recorded within that thin layer. Fascinating. You may have it back.
You understand how this works?
I do now.
Whoa. That was cool.
We love our Doug.
of the old, like, we've been finding a lot of new technology. We just don't know quite how to use it. I mean, old magics. How did you do what you just did?
That is the talent of the God Speakers.
If we showed you other relics that we have found in our travels through the gate, would you be able, and we share that with you, would you be able to help us figure it out?
Perhaps.
What can we do in return for you besides keep your secrets?
The Shah uphold the old ways. The old ways do not treat everyone with respect. In order for the rest of us to be free, the Shah must be deposed.
Episode 9.
Whoa. Okay, you mean Wincha, the leader we just like were hanging out with?
The family of Shah.
Yeah. I could dig it. Very well. If we agree to dethrone Wincha and Wincha's family, you will help us?
Yes. That will free the God Speakers of the obscurity. It will free the poor from oppression.
Yeah, that sucks. Like they're like totally out there begging for food. It's pretty messed up and like, all right. We agree to this as well.
And then, once the Shah are no longer, can we be allies?
Okay. I'm gonna go return now. We'll see. I don't know, man.
Right.
And I'm gonna take one last picture. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of for a new alliance. Click.
Introducing the selfie to our culture.
So, since it's going this far, I think this is a good place to end the episode.
Oh God.
Oh boy,
Episode
boy.
10, The Rebellion.
9.
Episode 9. Well, we're skipping 9. There
Jawohl, I understand.
is 9 reasons to suspect it.
Ja, das ist gut. Und das Glockes? No, I better not say anything.
Alright, let's put the band mode on.
Mon crayon est jaune.
That was fun. Oh boy.
How did you enjoy it today?
I think we were a little slow at the start, but it
Yeah.
certainly picked up.
You know, we've been off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure what we were getting back into.
Mhm.
We're in this indecision mode.
Mhm.
But then we moved. And you know what? We're moving as a team, which is really, really good.
by splitting.
Till the end
Yes.
when we split up.
Yes, we're moving as a team until we're not
Kind
together.
of
Yeah.
right, but no, we each assigned like, hey,
We're moving as a team in 4 separate directions.
yeah.
I love how Doug is
it's in-
committing us to all these different things. Had to go, Doug.
But it's in pure synergy.
I'm just looking at the technology and thinking, okay, yes, this is exactly what we need. We need to get there. That's
Yes, obviously the both the cloaking of the wall technology, that sounds like a good plan. The analyzing technology, that's a good one.
the maps and access to other more. I mean, they've literally like they'd be right here, guys. Here's your coordinates of where you're looking for. Yeah, I dig it. I'm excited for the future.
Sure.
You found
The CIA knows how
addresses
to-
for
how
the
to-
Hindu pantheon. Oh,
And yeah, the CIA know exactly the moves to broke a rebellion. I guess I don't know. We'll see. It's fun, and I'm looking forward to this. So, how your all thoughts? Did y'all have fun?
Yes.
We had a lot of puns going on today.
Oh my goodness!
I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop there, you know.
If it wasn't you guys making the puns, I was making the puns for us. So we were
Yeah.
doing good.
Yeah, what I was giggling at midway through was I was like halfway through, Sarah just said, "Well, that's what she said," and you guys didn't hear it. Oh, that was like, oh, I can't believe she
Because
said.
they had said average, and that I said it very quietly. That's
Yeah.
what she said, and only Mac heard. Only Mac heard.
Oh, fantastic! Super fantastic. Fuck the one shot people, I suppose. I like the Doritos. The Doritos were good. I'm so in the mood for Doritos.
I have a craving for
Speaking of
Doritos. Thanks a
Doritos-
lot, guys.
Okay, speaking of Doritos, I'm gonna go get those 3D Doritos.
3D Doritos. It's
What's
Uh,
that?
They're like
Are there
probably
other
puffed.
oh, is this
options?
the what? Is this the one where they're like puffed up with the air bubble in the middle?
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
means that they're baked and they're probably not made out of tortilla chip. They're probably not made
Technically-
out of corn.
All Doritos
Oh
are
no,
3D
they are.
Doritos.
They actually made it out of corn flour. That's the first ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
Corn
So
flour,
it's-
vegetable oil, cornstarch.
So it's still flour, but it's not cornmeal. Wait,
Yes, all Doritos are 3-dimensional. Because if they weren't, you wouldn't be able to eat them.
are all of your adventures going to be 2-parters?
Apparently,
No, maybe.
since these guys are really slow at the beginning.
It's because we banter a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
I have a choice. I have this one. Should I put
And
one?
see
Yeah.
That's blurred. Say
Yeah, that's because there's no product
no.
placement in
Hey,
this
Those,
show.
those are not Doritos. Those are
What they start-
Bluritos.
No. Doritos is telling Twitch, no. We're not given the right for them to advertise us. You have to blur this automatically.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
basically.
talking about, yeah.
This show brought to you by Pepsi Max.
And Coke Zero.
Exactly,
the-
Coke
the-
Zero
the-
because there's zero Coke in that bottle.
Oh, there's a couple of drops at the bottom.
Oh boy.
So I have the sweet, spicy sweet chili Doritos or 3D Doritos, and that's blurred out too, guys.
Fantastic.
So what about you, audience? Do you have fun?
Uh,
People other than Froggy are also free to answer.
Oh, now it shows up for a second. Then it disappears.
Mike out.
oh. I would
They're
do
technically
this.
not like the 3D Doritos from our childhood. It's actually chili cheese.
Yeah, we need to get on it.
I may have lost the plot a few times, and I need to rewatch this episode tomorrow. Yeah, I spent it in the middle of the shit scene.
Yeah, just watch the second half. Yeah.
Look! There it is.
Oh, there they are. See, they're like.
They look like bugles, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They look like crunch.
And this tastes like chili cheese.
I just found some allies. Yay. Doug found some allies.
Hear that, or you found the new oppressors of a world.
And Mac found out how to make a mess.
Sad roll.
Why do things always explode around Mac? I just don't know.
Yeah, half of it.
This time he can't blame you for it, though.
Nope.
Mac has some bad luck lately. This is not cool, man.
No.
Sure next one
It's not that Mac has had bad luck. I've had bad luck in rows for the last month. It's been insane. It's been physical games, virtual games. I'll just say it's a joke going, I'll bet you I'll roll a 1 here. And then I fucking roll it.
Wow.
On percentile.
I've not done that yet, but I've done on D20. And then I go to the gym. What's the bet? I roll 1, then I get a 2, and I get a 3. And he'll start with 20 and go walk her way down. We'll meet in the middle somewhere. And that's what fucking happened in the game on Thursday.
You need to play a rogue where you can re-roll that 1.
Yeah, but my next roll was a fucking 2.
Well, it's an improvement.
It's an improvement. But he was rolling Starfighter, so he was started rolling 20s, and he had a plus 10, so that was getting past my armor. So it was like basically, yeah, by the time we met up, I was going to be dead.
Okay, just a fair warning to tell you, Mac. Mm-hmm. It is Lent now. So if you give up doing good rolls for 40 days, it might actually work in your
I don't think it works like that.
There, I added a tiny piece of art to the
well, it could. It could work that way. You just have to say, okay, I'm giving up good rolls for 40 days and see if the dice go, no, we're not letting you do that.
Oh, boy. Well, this was good. I'd miss having the games.
Well, we'll continue next week.
Oh!
Unless somebody has something going on.
No, we might have no, we won't have a small humanoid. Yay!
My dad would have turned 95 this week.
Ooh.
He was born in 1927.
Wow.
Which I always thought was cool because he was born on 3, and of course 3 to the 3 is 27.
That is cool.
Yeah. 3 to the power of 3. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
All right, well, I got nothing else. I think I'm gonna head up with my rest of my day. I got some interesting shenanigans to do. How about y'all?
Shenan once and then you shenan again.
Thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you soon. If nothing else, next week at the same start time at the same gate channel.
By the way, modified au revoir for today. Bonus Doritos.
I actually had it up on the screen too.
Bonus Doritos, y'all. Bonus Doritos.